Can you guys talk about how you got into singing in the first place? How you got to, how you found your voice?
I grew up in a very musical family. I started singing at a very, very young age. I would kind of sit in the living room and make up my own songs every now and then. And when my mother ever needed to get anything done, she would just pop in The Sound of Music, and I would just watch the movie, and I had all my outfits, and I would go through the movie as Fraulein Maria, which kind of got me into musical theater and stuff. But the biggest thing that I guess helped me find my voice was my grandmother. She's an immigrant from Bulgaria, and when I was a kid, she encouraged me to sing all the time. She couldn't sing. She couldn't carry a tune at all. She was tone deaf, but she encouraged me to sing a lot, and she taught me a lot of Bulgarian folk songs and things like that. And so that's really what got me into performing and such, because we would perform for my family or sing in church and things like that. And eventually just developed a love for classical music, and specifically opera and art songs, which eventually led me to Gordon.
So how about you, John? How did you start singing? How did you find your voice?
Well, I found my voice through music in general. I didn't really know I could sing, and then I was going to apply to Gordon for a saxophone, and then I was practicing one day. My teacher gave me these pieces, and I was sitting in my basement practicing. I was thinking, I don't like practicing saxophone. I'd rather be singing right now. So then I decided to go apply for voice, and then I came here, and I knew it was the right decision because I love music, and singing is what I found a passion in. So.
Sounds great. Talk to me a little bit about the recital, about the songs that you guys chose. Did you choose the songs yourselves? Are there any songs that are particularly meaningful?
The pieces on my repertoire, a lot of them, through studying voice here and such, we get a specific amount of repertoire every semester, and so my voice teacher, she assigned some, but then she really encourages me to pick my own pieces. So I'm doing a set of German art songs, then a set of French art songs with one German aria thrown in there. And I really love all of them because and I love the sets themselves because they're so different with the pieces that are in them, and they're from a lot of different time periods. But the two that really stick out to me are two of the French songs that I'm doing. One is called Ebe and the other is Psyche. And they are both songs about Greek mythology, which is something that I've always loved. Ebe is talking about Hebe, who is the goddess of youth. And it basically just narrates how she just serves the nectar to the gods, and then how all of us long to be youthful and young for all of our lives. And then Psyche is a person talking to Psyche and just saying about how beautiful she is, and then describing her characteristics and what makes her like the most loved woman of all time. And it's not just her beauty, but it's her elegance, her grace, and her charm. And they're both just really beautiful pieces.
Sounds great. John, how about you?
Well, my teacher actually gave me a lot of my pieces. The teacher knows best, so I chose out of that, and I chose English and Italian as my languages to sing, and those were the best suited because I speak English, obviously, and my family spoke Italian all throughout my childhood. When they didn't want me to know what they were saying, so I picked up on the dialect really well, and getting some of the words, so they don't do it anymore. But I really like the two languages, and I got some Italian songs from my teacher that really speak a lot of emotion into the text, into the way that it's set into the music, and it's really beautiful poetry and really beautiful music that comes together in Italian art, which I personally believe that Italian is a musical language. So when I get to sing it, it's a great experience, and so I really enjoy singing, especially the last set, which is all Italian.
Sounds great. Any particular encouragement that you could offer to someone thinking about coming to the recital?
Well, it's a lot of different there's a lot of different repertoire on the recital program, a lot of pieces from different composers and different time periods. So it's a really nice dip into different eras in music history. You've got classical, you've got romantic, you've got 20th century, and you have the art song, and then we also have a couple things from operas as well. So it's a nice overview of vocal music. And the last piece that we're doing is actually a duet from Die Fledermaus, and it's a very, very fun duet. Very playful, kind of goes back and forth, and it's not something that's done very often in recitals. So it's a unique experience to be able to get to see a mini scene from an opera in a recital setting.
Great. Anything from your side?
It's also a great experience, as Mary was saying, to get such variety in a recital program, because if you get one person, you get a lot of their strengths. But if you see two people, they play to their own strengths, you get a lot of strengths. So and especially when they come together in a duet. So you get to see a lot of strong things. So, having things from operas, arias, art songs, and I'm singing a couple of folk songs, Neapolitan folk songs in my Italian set that I hope to learn more about in my travels someday. But until then, I really enjoy getting the experience to do all the different variety in our recital program. So that's definitely a thing to look forward to.
Sounds great. I think that's great for me. Anything you guys want to add at all? Or?
Come to recital.
Sounds good. All right, we'll see you there.